Now there's a nice looking drainage pipe. Look at that nice drainage pipe. Welcome to the very first vocabulary walk, where I just gonna walk around taking pictures, teaching you vocabulary. So welcome here to the vocabulary walk. I don't have a plan. I'm just gonna walk. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what kind of vocabulary turns up. All right, so today I'm shooting on the Olympus OMD EM. What's that noise? It's a noise coming from here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Is it that fan? No, it's not that fan. Some sort of a machine there. I don't know what kind of machine that is, so can't teach you that. Oh, look at, here's some barrels. Got that nice barrel. Okay, so yeah, so we're just gonna oh yeah, I was gonna tell you which camera I'm shooting on today. So I'm shooting on the Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV. It's the Mark IV version, not the Mark III, or not the Mark II, or the Mark I. The word mark in photography and other fields too means like the version, which version it is. Okay, so this is like the 4th version. Sometimes you might hear the word iteration too. Okay, so when you're watching YouTube videos about technology, you might hear the person talk about the iteration or the mark. In cameras especially, you use the word mark. So it's not talking about me, even though my name's Mark. It's talking about the version. Okay, so this is the OMD, the Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV. Boy, that's a long name for a camera, eh? And the lens we're shooting on is the M Zuiko 45mm f1.8. Okay, so I don't know who names. Oh, look at this. One magic silk wrap with 100 ways to wear. Reversible, one size fits all. Wow. Got silk? Do you have silk? Do you got silk? Let me know down in the comments if you have silk. Oh, look at there's a barbed wire fence. Let's take a picture. Come on. Focus on the barbed wire, you stupid camera. Ooh, there we go. And there's some ants. All right, so that's called a barbed wire fence. I don't know why I just showed you in that camera when I'm supposed to be taking pictures and teaching you vocabulary with this camera. It's a bit redundant. You know what redundant means? Redundant means sort of pointless, right? I mean, I just showed you the fence with this camera. Why would I take a picture of it with this camera? It's a bit redundant, right? Redundant means useless, sort of useless, sort of pointless. Because there's no. It's like a double, right? It's like I showed you twice. So I hear some rummaging coming from down here. Hope there's not a crocodile hiding down there. I don't know what it is. Anyway, there's some signage. Look at that nice signage. Signage just means signs, I don't know what these signs are about, but you can just call it signage. Oh, hey, I see some monkeys up there in that tree. Well, maybe there's another one over there in that tree. Let's see if I can take a picture of it. Oh, I think I missed it. Didn't get the shot. Yeah, I can see some monkeys jumping from trees to tree to tree here. And here we have a bridge. Oh, look at that. All right, gotta take my redundant shot here. That, my friends, is a bridge. I don't know if you guys can see. Man, that's a small monkey. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen a monkey that small in my life. Where are you, monkey? I can't find you in here. It's okay. Let's keep going on our vocabulary adventure. So we have a nice little river here, and anyway, yeah, so now 45 45 millimeters is it's pretty tight. It's like a pretty tight shot. Okay, so for example, look at that plant. Now the GoPro has a really wide angle lens, right? And now if you look at that, if I focus on the, come on, focus, you stupid camera. Ah, what a dumb camera. Let me go back here. There we go. Okay, so it focused on the plant. See how tight that is? Like, it doesn't even get the whole plant in there. Okay, so Olympus cameras are in a category called micro four. Hola. So Olympus cameras are in a category called micro four thirds. That's talking about the size of the camera's sensor. Okay, I don't want to get too technical here, but micro four thirds cameras have a 2 times crop factor, which means really this is the equivalent of 90 millimeters on a full frame format camera. Okay, for example, if you'd buy a popular digital camera like the Sony A7000 series or something, that's a full frame camera. Whereas Olympus cameras are micro four thirds, which means they have a much smaller sensor. So the focal length of the lens is anyway, it's doubled. So this is a 45 millimeter, but in full frame equivalent language, it would be 90. It's a 90 millimeter field of view. Okay, so if you have this lens versus a full frame lens, a 90 millimeter, it would be the same field of view, right? And the GoPro has about, I think the GoPro has about a 15 millimeter, maybe 13 or 15 millimeter field of view. Okay, so there's your photography jargon for the day. And ooh, look at that nice sunset. We are approaching a magnificent sunset, my friends. Have you learned any vocabulary yet? So what else can I teach you? Plants. Do you know what a plant is? Well, better teach you what a plant is, okay? There's a plant. That kind of plant is called a bush. Okay, a bush is like, you know, I don't know. A bush is something that looks like that, or that, like that over there. That's a bush. This one is not a bush. Okay, I don't know. What's the definition of a bush? I don't know. A bush is like really tightly, you know, if you look at this, right, everything is really tight. It's kind of small, you know. A bush, you can have big bushes too, but I would say the defining factor of a bush is that everything is like pretty packed together, right? They're branches. It's almost like a tree. It's like got branches and like leaves, or I don't know, stuff. But if you look at this is not. I give up. You teach me what a bush is. What is a bush? What's the difference between a bush and let's just talk about something else. Let's change the top. Ooh, nice weather, isn't it? Look at that. Let's take a picture of that. Nice sunset there. I need to sneeze. You know, sometimes when you see the bright sun, you know, it makes you want to sneeze. So now I feel like sneezing. And that, my friends, is called a sunset. Let's take a picture of that. All right, is that a good picture? Let me check. No, it's a terrible picture. You know, overexposed. It's overexposed. Overexposed means it's too bright. It's too bright. So I don't know much about photography, so I overexposed that image. And sometimes photographers call pictures images, not sometimes they call it photos. A photo, the word photo is just short for photograph. A photograph. Most people, I don't know, a lot of people in North America anyway call photos pictures. Okay, so I probably use the word pictures. You know, I would say send me a picture, not send me a photo. But people in the UK and maybe Australia, other parts of the English-speaking world, India, for example, they would say photo, not picture. Whereas for me, I'll say in North America, we tend to say picture instead of photo. Nobody really says photograph. Photograph, that's just too long. Some people say images. All right, I like that. Okay, an image. Oh, look at this rope. Okay, I think those people are going to go parasailing. Look at that. Well, it better not get in the way of their parasailing adventures. Let's take a picture of the parasailing crew. So anyway, today we're after an image. We're gonna try to get a nice image today. Do you have confidence in me to get a nice image? I don't know if I'm confident in myself to get a nice image. Ooh, look at that. There's a sea-doo. Look at that nice sea-doo. Have you ever gone sea-dooing? Anyway, ooh, there's a man. Do you know what man means? The word man means a two-legged creature of the Homo sapien variety. Are you a Homo sapien? Homo sapien just means a human being. We've hit the water, my friends. Look at that, nice waves rolling in. And the sun is almost gone. It's just dipped behind that island over there. What a nice evening to go walking on our very first I just about said photography walk. No, it's not a photography walk. It's a vocabulary walk. So, welcome. There's a screaming kid over there. Welcome to the very first vocabulary walk. Hopefully you guys learned some. Oh, there's a beach chair. It's a beach chair. Well, if you didn't know the word man and beach chair, let me know in the comments. Did you know what the word man meant? Hopefully that's a useful word for you. You know, there's actually a lot of families on this beach. You know, I would say there are more families on this beach than single people. So I'm a bit out of place here as a single Homo sapien. Let me know, are you a single Homo sapien? Or are you a married family? Are you a father, mother, auntie, uncle, nephew, niece? I am a nephew. I'm not a niece. Are you a niece or a nephew? To be a niece or a nephew, you need to have an uncle or an aunt. Aunt. Ooh, that's a nice sunset. And take a look at this surf. Okay, these waves that are coming in, you know, the white stuff? The white, sort of the bubbles, the foam coming off the waves, that can be called surf. So let's take a picture of some surf. Oh, there's a person in the picture. Should we get the person in the picture? Yeah, let's get the person in the picture. Oh, but that's not surf. We need, come on. Can't find a good example of some surf. Okay, maybe that will qualify as some surf. Okay, so yeah, there's some surf. So surf is like that white, look at that. Surf sort of disappears pretty quick after the waves come in. But anyway, that was my attempt to teach you some English. Surf. Well, welcome to paradise. Welcome to this nice beach. I'll give you a little shot of the beach here. Ooh, there's a dog. Look at that. Do you know what a dog is? Oh, what am I doing? I think I changed some settings. Look at that dog. So a dog is a four-legged creature of the canine variety. All right, so a dog is not a Homo sapien. A dog is a canine, right? A carnivore. Carnivore means a meat eater, and a canine is just another word for a dog, I think. Like the technical term for a dog. Hey, take a look at that person parasailing. It's take a picture of him parasailing. Can't tell if it's a man or a woman. But it's definitely a Homo sapien, not a canine. I don't know. Are there other kinds of canines? Like is a wolf? Is a wolf a canine? I guess we're learning that I don't know much about the English language. I don't know what a canine is. A dog is definitely a canine. Their big teeth, the big teeth on the the side here are called canine teeth. Remember when the dog bit my arm? Its canine tooth sunk into my arm and left a scar. Okay, so that's the canine tooth. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what the real definition of a canine is. But look at that nice sunset there, guys. It's just glorious. Overexposed, another image. Well, sucks to be me. Clearly don't know how to use my camera, but it's okay. All right, I switched it to automatic mode, to auto mode, because I clearly don't know what I'm doing when it comes to taking images. But look at that sunset, guys. Isn't that a glorious sunset? Oh, it's a bit crooked. I didn't get the horizon straight. So that's called the horizon, right? That line there that runs, the line that separates the water or the land from the sky, is called the horizon. So I got the horizon a bit crooked. Crooked means not straight. So what else can we take a picture of? There's a tree. Do you know what a tree is? It's hard teaching English. Better smash like for my hard efforts to teach you English. A tree is a thing. It's a plant. Hey, a tree is a kind of plant. Okay, we usually don't use the word plant to talk about trees. I don't know, is a tree a plant? I don't know if a tree is technically considered a plant. But in my books, a tree is a big plant. Okay, it's a plant. A tree has a trunk. So the bottom of a tree is the wood part is the trunk, and then you've got the branches at the top and the leaves. So these are trees here. There's palm trees. I don't know what these kind of trees are. Big leaf trees. I'm just making up vocabulary now. But well, what do you think? Is this first vocabulary walk a success, or is it a failure? Give me a score. What's that? A little plastic, some sort of plastic container. Oh, hey, look at this rock. Look at that rock. Come on, focus, you stupid camera. All right, I got a quiz for you guys, okay? What's the difference between a rock and a stone? Okay? What's the difference? Would you call this a rock or a stone? That's your quiz for the day. All right, that's your challenge for the day. Look at this thing, okay? Would you call that a rock or a stone? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you because I'm nice. All right, I'm a nice guy, nice chap. Chap means guy. I'm a friendly chap. So the answer is you could call this a stone or a rock. Okay, either one. Maybe the word stone might even be a bit more appropriate. When I think of the word stone, I think of there's something on my nose. Felt like a bug landed on my nose. So when I think of the word stone, I think of like a small, smooth rock. Not too small. If it's really small, it would be considered a pebble. You could probably call this a pebble too, okay? But the word rock, okay, a rock is more generic. Okay, the word a rock can be big. Like even a mountain could be called a rock. Okay, so see that island over there? You know, I don't know what sort of what that island is made of, but you could call it a big rock. Okay, it's a big rock sticking out of the ocean. Or see that over there? Let me take a picture of those two things. Those are clearly, those two things sticking out there, as you can see in the picture, are rocks. Okay, they're rocks sticking out of the water. You know, they're like little islands, but they're made of rock. Okay, so the word rock is a bit more, it's a bit more generic, whereas the word stone, I don't know, you can have a big stone too. A big stone is called a boulder. A boulder, like if it's a really big rock. I don't know, you know, sometimes in English there are two words that are almost exactly the same, but they just have a slightly different meaning, and maybe in most cases you can overlap. You can choose which one. You know, like I would say for the words rock and stone, I don't know, probably like 80% of the time you can use them interchangeably. You can choose, you know, which word you can choose which word you want to use, right? But sometimes you have to choose just one, right? Like if we're talking about those two rocks, you know, jutting out of the ocean, well, you can't say stone. You can't say, look at those two stones. You know, stones are, that wouldn't work, right? So sometimes you do have to choose the right one. But I would say for most of the time, you know, that's the hard thing about English. There's so many words that are sort of similar, and, you know, sometimes it might be like a 50% overlap. Sometimes it might be like an 80% overlap, or maybe like a 10% overlap. Man, look at that amazing sunset. Isn't that amazing? Oh yeah, I was gonna teach you the word jut, to jut out. If something juts out, I said those two rocks were jutting out of the water. Jut out means that they come really sharply out of the water, right? Like if it's just a normal island, you wouldn't say it juts out of the water. But if like a rock just comes abruptly out of the water, you know, like that, if it's just a very, like a sharp kind of a thing, you can say it juts out. Okay, like I could say my nose juts out of my face. Look how big my nose is. Okay, so my nose just sort of juts out of my face. Does your nose jut out of your face? Be honest, let me know down in the comments. But guys, I think we might be coming to the end of our first vocabulary walk, because I think my GoPro battery, yeah, I've only got a few percent battery life left. So just want to say thank you guys for joining me on our very first vocabulary walk. Let me know, do you want more vocabulary walks, or do you want fewer? More or fewer vocabulary walks, or maybe none? That's all right. I know this first one was a bit of a failure, right? I didn't know the words canine, other words, I don't know, but I tried. So what do you have to do in life? You just gotta put in the effort and enjoy the waves, enjoy the sunset. Look at that surf. Ooh, all right. Well, at least you didn't know the word surf, right? You better not have known the word surf. Anyway, I'll bid you guys farewell from here in Costa Rica. Just look at that sunset. Some guys playing soccer on the beach. Yeah, so thank you once again for joining me, and hopefully we can have another vocabulary walk very soon. All right, have a great day, guys, wherever you are, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV.